And welcome to Coffee, Cannabis, and Consciousness, vivaciously known as the C3 Podcast. I am your host, Josh Reno. Alongside me is my co-host, Ian Thompson. How are you doing today, Ian?
Doing awesome, man. Glad to be back, as usual.
Glad to see you. And we have a very special guest today on our podcast, or tonight, rather, because it's the only time we could get a hold of him, is Billy Reno.
Yes.
How you doing, Billy?
How could I be upset with this tune? It's just one of those, just makes you happy.
Shout out Shanty Man.
Yeah, Shanty Man. Bishop's Lounge, Northampton.
That's
January,
the band?
January 8th is their next show around here. So if you guys want to catch them out at Bishop's right here in Northampton.
Very good tune.
Yeah, should be a fun night.
Yeah, nice.
Very good
Shanty Man. And today we are trying out, we're kind of circling back to a crowd favorite. That would be Fogbuster Coffee Roasters. I would say they are the unofficial sponsor of the podcast, you know, because they've been giving us the most shine, gave us a bunch of free shit. We actually got to do a tour of their entire facility where they air roast everything out in Greenfield. It was phenomenal. I do have a vlog coming with that. I just trying to learn the ins and outs of video editing is a challenge, but we'll have a vlog for them soon, and you guys will get to see that. But today we're trying out an interesting blend from them. It's called the Great Mayan Reef, and it's a Honduran blend. And so I brewed up some of that for us, and we're going to try that out. And we've also got a really nice bud on the menu as well. And what do you got for us today for the bud, Ian?
It's called Pwr OG from Mass Alternative Care. So really good. Not going to lie, I got a deal on it. They had some Black Friday specials and stuff like
Black Friday specials. So yeah,
back the other week. So swooped up some nuggets, and we'll try it out. I haven't smoked any of it yet, so don't know how it is. But we'll see.
Nice.
It smells good.
I'm glad we're all
good.
going to experience it together. That's great.
Yeah. No, just looking at this coffee bag. It tastes really good.
A nice looking bag. I'm gonna give them credit for that.
No, they do have they do a good job branding. They got a good clean look. But yeah, it's a good coffee. It tastes really kind of sweet on the sweeter side.
No, definitely. I don't drink coffee at all, but like I'm enjoying this.
Yeah, it's nice.
Like it's not bad at all. Like
Yeah.
it's actually like really good.
It's just what I needed at this point in the day.
Yeah. Guys, we're just going to dive right in.
Yeah.
And here we go. Hey, cheers.
Called Great Mayan Reef.
Cheers, guys. Great
Cheers.
Mayan Reef.
Yeah.
So you went to the facility.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I didn't have the luxury of going, but what I want to know, did they tell you how they got their name?
Oh, Fogbuster?
Fogbuster, because
Yeah,
that already caught my attention.
So it's interesting. So they used to be known as Pierce Brothers Coffee Roasters.
Okay,
and
true.
it was
the name and stuff.
It was Darren was one of them, and then actually it's slipping my mind the name of the other one. But Darren was the one I met and hung out with. He's a super cool guy, kind of a responsible businessman mixed with a deadhead. He was cool.
All right, that.
He was a cool guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can relate.
It's a great mix.
and and so they realized that they kind of wanted to rebrand, but also kind of because they were branching out into more than just like coffee, like just a regular roasting. Like they had other products like a nitro brew and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they wanted to be like a little bit more of a umbrella, if
Sure.
you will, about everything that they did. So they worked on branding, and originally the design for the logo was a guitar pick.
I was gonna say it looks like a guitar pick. That's like the first thing that comes to mind when
and
I see
it was
it.
actually
Is that it
upside
looks like-
down from where it is now.
Right.
But they flipped it to be where it is now, the way it looks, because it also looks exactly like the window looking into an air roaster, which is how they roast their beans.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
He told you that? That's awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool. I thought that was smart. And they said that, the Pierce Brothers stuff kind of had this maybe early 2000s look to it, too. This stuff looks kind of fresh and modern.
No,
with,
it's got a good clean branding. It's good. They did a good job.
Yeah, they did. I think they did a great job. Yeah, they were really cool.
I definitely think I understand the name now thinking about it, because as you get foggy, you know what I mean? And what does coffee do? It breaks you out of that. It busts the fog.
Bust that fog.
So I think
Yeah.
I think that's how the name became, at least.
Maybe. I wasn't even thinking about it like that, but that's actually, it makes sense.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
a very,
If not, they could use that.
Well, I
That's
think
clever.
that was like they had as Pierce Brothers, they had a Fogbuster
that was a branded, that was
blend.
a,
Yeah,
right. So they just kind of ran with that. So yeah, no, it's
yeah, this is great too, man. I'm getting it's really crisp.
it's bright. It's got like a bright.
Yeah,
it's
I'm
really
getting a little like
flavorful.
lemon, a light lemony kind of sip there.
I have no idea what to compare it to.
Yeah.
I've never drank black coffee, I think, in my life.
Oh, full disclaimer: Billy Reno is also my brother.
Yes, I am
Yes.
the younger brother. 7 years? 8 years?
8
7?
years older. Yeah, I'm 8 years older.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad that you could join us. We're recording right now at like 7 o'clock at night. Part of it too is my brother does work an overnight shift. He's a like a sleep tech.
Polysomnographic technician.
Yes.
Is
Okay.
what it says on professionally. I love saying that.
Yeah.
So is
It makes
that's
me
like
sound
that's
cool.
like studying sleep? Like you do like when people have like they're like if you need someone needs to figure out if they have like sleep apnea or something, do they come to you and you just kind of like
So,
watch them sleep all night?
Do you know anyone that's gotten a sleep study done, like the actual study?
Yes.
So what I am is I'm the technician. So when someone gets a sleep study, they come into the hospital. It's honestly really odd, but they come into the hospital usually with their PJs and their pillow and stuff.
Right.
And I set them up with a bunch of wires, and I monitor their brain waves, their breathing, their leg movements, pretty much wires everywhere.
Yeah.
Which is very like counterproductive to sleeping in general.
Yeah,
Like being
not
hyped up.
not really conducive to like in making sure you're getting a good
Just
night's
relax.
sleep.
We're gonna
hook you up with
hook you
a
up to all these
beeping
electrical
machines
beeping
and-
devices.
Yeah, that's-
Yeah, the amount of
and
times I
study
hear
you.
that
yeah,
is just like, how am I supposed to sleep with this? I don't know.
yeah. I'm sure like but this is the thing is like that's now like probably 20 years from now. You're just gonna like
My job's done.
You're just gonna sleep in like a machine though. Like you'll you'll still need technicians for the machines, but like you won't have the wires is what I'm saying. It'll be like Bluetooth
induced cryo sleep.
right, or like or like an MRI machine that like you like they roll you into when you sleep, and like they essentially get all the information they need just from
100%.
like
Yes.
cameras and like looking at like
You're
diff-
100%
yeah,
right. My
but-
job will not last, I think, 20 years from now. That's why I'm like, I have to like act fast and find something else.
No, I mean it'll be
If all I have to do is press
it'll be
a
something
button
else. Yeah.
rather than hook people up with wires, then maybe I will stay in this
If
field
anything,
the
I
rest
was
of my
gonna say
life.
it'll probably end up making your job easier. Ideally.
My job's amazing, literally amazing, because after you get to help people for one, which is really nice to do, especially this time and age. But also when they go to bed, you're chilling for like
Yeah.
8 hours.
Yeah.
And I binged Dave for like literally 3 times in a row. Great show. You know, you can do anything you want. I work on music too, production while I'm there, so it's a lot of fun. Yeah, if you're lazy,
Yeah, that's
perfect.
At least you get to like it seems like you could work on some of your other goals. Like not a lot of jobs are like that. So
Yeah, honestly,
hey,
yeah.
as long as you like what you do,
Yeah.
it
No
seems,
complaints.
It seems
Pays
pretty
the
cool.
bills,
like
all that stuff,
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a lot to it though. It's deep.
No, I believe it. I'm sure.
But you don't generally use coffee to stay awake. Like you're just on a sleep schedule that you're just
Yeah.
awake all through the night, right? Like you don't.
If you saw, you should see my car. I mean, I don't usually drink coffee.
But yeah, energy drinks.
Real bad. The Bang energy drinks.
I was going to ask you what
I
your-
should be
what your
sponsored by
drink of-
them.
Drink of choice is
Personally, because that's my drink of choice. Any day. If anyone knows me, like it's caffeine.
Yeah.
I need it to survive. My car is filled. I want to get it the entirety of the innard of my car just filled with Bang drinks and then send a picture to them.
Make sure they'll be paying for your bangs for the rest of your life.
Exactly. And be like, is this enough for you to...
Yeah, you want to be that guy riding around town with like the Bang sticker on his hood.
Yeah.
Just on the side of his car. I remember there was someone like that in Ludlow that had like a Patriots decked out like car. And I think like something with some sponsorship with it. But yeah,
no, you know who it was? I think it was the person that makes those cleats. You know the guy from Ludlow? He makes the specialized cleats for like the McCourty brothers and stuff.
He's from Ludlow?
Yeah.
I did not know that. That's
yeah,
awesome.
That is awesome.
I'm pretty sure that he's the one who did the art on those cars. They're like airbrushed like Patriots art on the. If I'm thinking of the same one you're thinking of, it's like, but I'm pretty sure, and I don't know this. I'm speculating, but like, what are the odds? Because I know the guy is from Ludlow, so that's why whenever I saw that, I always came to mind. I was like, oh, that's probably just the guy that makes those cleats for. I think he made cleats too for somebody like I don't know if it was like Mike Trout or somebody in like the World Series. I'm pretty sure like a couple years ago or something. He made like some specialized cleats for.
What a great job!
Or like
seeing like watching a national game on television and like just being like, I made those.
Yeah.
I made
doing
those.
the touchdown dance in my shoes.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
That's crazy. Like it's so. At that point, you could think about every little aspect of a uniform, a field is created by somebody.
Sure. Yeah,
which is pretty wild.
I would like to know if I'm right on that assumption. I don't know if anybody out there knows for a fact, but like, it's got to be, But I'm just crazy too. So.
Word. Well, this is a good cup, man.
I'm enjoying it. I'm fucking firing right through it.
Shout out Fogbuster and their air roasting process and the great Mayan Reef. Check it out. I got this at River Valley Co-op. But yeah, let's move on to the next little segment there that we got.
Yeah, we can smoke up some reefers.
This is the cannabis part of the show. Ian's favorite part of the show. I like it too. But let's light this up.
It's a nice mug. It's a nice mug.
You know who got me this mug?
Mom?
Daniel.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, another brother of mine that we will have on the podcast eventually. But yeah, Daniel got me this for podcast purposes.
Do we have a lighter?
Great.
A lighter? Oh, no. Yeah, we do. Hold on, let me go grab one.
Dude, this coffee's great.
Yeah, fantastic.
Like really good.
I'm digging it a lot. This is probably. I think the Essalon Cafe. The Essalon was a little better, still, but this is up there as probably one of my favorite coffees that we've sampled.
It's my favorite that I've ever had.
It's good. I'm keen.
Top one.
I highly rate it.
Top five.
Thank you, sir.
Would you roll those in?
Just regular 1 1/4 inch zigzags.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. I meant that box.
Oh, I don't know. It looks like an apple pie box.
Or like a Munchkin. They have some new pie now.
Oh, the holiday pie.
Yeah, the holiday. Is that not new?
No, I think it was new last year. I never had one, but like I saw them, and like I'm not gonna lie, they look kind of nasty, so I never got them. But
what is it? Just like frosting?
You can't expect
anything
from
it's
McDonald's
like custard,
to be.
I think.
Custard?
It's like custard
Tubby
filling.
custard.
Sure. Yeah, Mike, check it out. Custard cups.
Dude, I don't know, man. Every time I saw some tubby custard, dude, it made me want like pudding and yogurt and shit, dude.
No. Custard's top 10 grossest words.
I don't know what tubby custard is.
Oh, dude. So tubby custard is the food that the Teletubbies eat.
No way.
They
didn't speak.
I didn't see the Teletubbies like that. I don't know.
So, you weren't you weren't about the Teletubbies. That's fine.
How did you know that that's what it's called?
Dude, because like they would let out this like annoying like whine when it was time to eat, and they'd be like, "Tubby custard, tubby custard," and they'd get so excited, dude. And it was like, damn.
That was a British show, right?
Yeah.
How did that succeed so well?
Well, it's because like it's made for small children, and it's
simple.
Colors and lights and noises.
It's whimsical. It's
Have you ever watched like the compilation of like moments? Maybe that's just me. I don't want to be like a weirdo.
No. Finish.
All right.
Finish the
of like
sentence.
Teletubby moments, and like if you like look at them now, it's hilarious. They just do the weirdest stuff ever. And I feel like if it was aired today, there's a lot of shows. If they were aired today, they would never make it.
Oh,
and
yeah.
The Office is another one.
Oh, there's a ton. There's a ton of them.
The Office?
Michael
Would
Scott
not
would have
succeed.
got canceled.
He even
immediately.
said it himself.
Yeah.
He said there's no way it would last in today's
No,
cancel
absolutely not.
the world. Yeah. But because they were so great at the time that they were made, it's historic. I'm very bad at weed. I'm going to point that out.
That's okay.
Very
take it
bad
in.
at
Take it in.
Very bad at doing the weed.
Take it in as you can. No peer pressure. Or
I treat weed like wine.
just
Like
take
a gentleman. Just one puff at the end of the day just to help me sleep.
Yeah, it's
Bro, dude,
listen,
drink
if that's,
wine.
if that's
I
all you
don't.
need.
I had one
actually-
experience with wine. It was terrible.
They had a lot of good deals on the seltzers, like the weed seltzers, on the Black Friday stuff too.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
That theory.
you said you went Black Friday shopping for some bud deals. You want to tell anybody, some of the places that you saw or the things that you saw? Or?
Yeah, so like Theory, they were doing like 25% off the pre-rolls. They were doing like 30% off of their like chocolate and 30% off of their seltzers.
Nice. So you're kind of saving the tax, really. Like,
Well,
it's
I don't
almost-
pay the tax anyway.
Well, you do. Oh, so you even get a better deal, yeah.
Right. So, I don't pay the tax anyway. So, but it's a good deal. And then there's certain pre-rolls you can match up. They're like a gram pre-rolls, and you could do like 2 for $20.
Yeah, INSA was having.
So it's really not bad.
Yeah, prior to Thanksgiving, INSA was having a 2-for-1 special for pre-rolls, like 1 gram pre-rolls.
Yeah,
And I got the Tutankhamun.
that's a good one.
Yeah, and I forgot what the other one was. I think I actually got 2 of those. And but it was nice. It was like it was prior to Thanksgiving, so it's like, oh, nice. You guys are having a after dinner walk with the cousins special.
Right? Yeah.
like,
No, absolutely.
Perfect.
That's one thing I miss about Thanksgiving and like when I was younger is going to the aunts and uncles and being with all the cousins. Now that we're like all older, got our own families now, it's like it probably will never happen again. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like this is like when we were all real young, but I know exactly what you mean. Just taking that.
You don't think it like because I mean, I feel like you'll start your own family. You know what I mean? Like and
Yeah.
like your brothers and sister or your brother and sister have kids, right?
Yep. Yeah. Actually, my
Yeah.
brother had his second 2 days ago.
Yeah, I feel like even if it's not in the immediate, I feel like there will be an urge to like carry on.
Well,
some
no, and
kind of
that's
tradition,
what I think it'll be. It'll end up me doing Thanksgiving with my nieces and nephews and my kids and their cousins. Like I'm saying, like those days of pre-Thanksgiving walks, pre-dinner walks with my cousins are over.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean? I'm not saying that that's like I pray that I live in a world where my kids are getting high with their cousins before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, right.
And
That's funny.
you know what I mean? That's that
tradition.
shit like that has to continue. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So like,
Family tradition.
yeah, I'm 100% for it. As long as it's everyone's healthy.
I
and
might be
whatever,
I'm
but-
definitely among the minority here when I say, what is weed seltzer?
It's just like an infused, like how you have like an edible, like they'll infuse THC into like
I'm all set
drinks.
with that.
They'll infuse it in a food, like they'll infuse it in a drink. So instead of
It's probably is it taste good?
yeah.
Really?
Yeah, but the thing is somebody like
They need a
if you
different
have
name.
if you have like a high tolerance, like you got to drink a few of them. You know what I mean? You got to drink like
it's
four
like,
of them.
you ever have a
catch
seltzer?
buzz.
You ever like drink a alcoholic seltzer, like a Truly's?
Yeah. Unfortunately,
Yeah,
that's
it's
the only
like-
thing I can handle.
It's like that, but for weed.
It's exactly like
It's
that.
like weed truly?
Yes.
They should name it something else.
They
It's
should
called
actually-
high.
they
It's
should
called
actually name
high
it.
C or something like
They
that.
should actually name it
Or,
weed, truly.
I feel like that would
or
sell
high
more.
something. I forget what it's called. High energy, or I don't even know. High energy, or it's called something. It's I don't know.
I don't know.
They're not. I'm not a big fan of them because, like I said, I got a kind of a high tolerance. So like, I'd have to pretty much drink like a whole 4-pack just to like
Word.
feel a buzz.
Word.
So
Because they're like 5 milligrams each. You know what I
Word.
mean? So they're.
Just take a dab.
don't
could
you
take a
think
dab.
that it's like bad having a high tolerance?
Yeah. So I was thinking about probably taking a tolerance break in like the near future, and
My
I had
buddy just did that.
I had taken one a couple months ago where like I probably it was a couple weeks where me and my wife we didn't smoke or do anything like that. And it is nice to do every once in a while, and I'll probably do for another one. because I've been definitely overdoing it. Like since I hurt my back a while ago, like a couple weeks ago, I was like eating these 45 milligram edibles and just like getting super stoned because I wasn't doing any like the painkillers or anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so, like,
I mean that'll.
I
do
wasn't
the job.
doing pharmaceuticals, so I was like, all right, I got a prescription for weed for a reason. I was like, I'm gonna just use that for my pain management. You know what I mean? You're good with that, right?
Yeah, I'm all set. Yeah, that was the perfect amount. Like I said, when I talk about tolerance, mine sucks.
Yeah,
That's
this is smoking real good, man.
Dude, I'm a big fan. I think it's like 18%, so it's not like super like.
I feel like 18% is kind of my Goldilocks zone.
It's good. I agree. I think like 18 to 20% is probably right there. With
That's
mine
from the
too.
dispensary.
You know,
Yeah.
To me right now, it tastes like French fries. I'm smoking, dude. It tastes like French
Dude,
fries.
people.
Fritas?
I'm so sick of people saying that like weed tastes like things, and they like. I don't think it tastes like anything but weed, and I don't understand what people say like it's grape flavored. I never taste grape ever when I smoke it.
Well,
There's nothing fruity about it.
It's like, well, yeah, every weed that you smoke tastes like weed, but it's like
There's hints and
when you
like,
smoke
there's subtleties.
a lot of weed and you smoke different kinds of weed, then it kind of gets into the like, okay, I smoke enough to where it's past like the weed taste,
Right.
and now I'm like getting these terpenes and I'm getting the deeper flavors of like what this is being grown with.
So you have to like level up to like experience that.
Yes.
I would
like
say
a,
so.
like a
yeah.
I
Pokemon
would
that
say
can
you kinda
only
do.
It's
learn
like
a
you
move
learn from
on
experience.
level 3.
Kinda, yeah.
I'm never gonna get there.
I compare it to people that say like it's always the non-water drinkers that are like, oh, all water tastes the same. It's like, bitch,
Yo, all right, now
like,
I'm understanding what you're
all
saying.
water doesn't taste the
As
same.
soon as you brought the
like,
water in there, I have a lot to say about
that's-
Dasani right
yeah,
now.
that's the analogy I can bring forth. I think that's kind of like a pretty good parallel to like,
That was a great parallel. I also like that word a lot.
Parallel.
I like using words, and I know you do too, because you're really smart, so you know a lot of words that like people don't use.
Yeah.
And like I love doing that.
You know,
personally.
Dude, my favorite part about the show is how at the beginning of every segment is he comes up with
a different
adjective to describe how much you guys love the show and how much you call
That's
how much
just
you adore the
creative
nickname
at its
of
finest.
the, C3 podcast.
All right, enough slurping. All right, guys. Let's
Sorry.
No, I'm kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
Just saying, like my point was that I enjoy using words like parallel, even though that's really not that complicated syllable wise. I just like using words that people don't
that just
use
like
often.
roll
They're
off
just,
the tongue.
they're just,
Yeah.
I'm the same way. I like to diversify my vocabulary as much as possible, and not even to sound smart because it's fun. Like
It is absolutely fun.
Language should be fun, and
So many words.
yeah, I don't.
Just so many.
Yeah,
Dude, parallelogram. That's
That's solid.
La,
I mean,
la, la,
even
la.
my job title. My job title sounds way cooler when I say, "Yeah, I'm a polysomnographic technician," versus "I'm a sleep tech."
Oh, dude, that made me think of my job in the Air Force because like.
The Loadmaster.
Yeah, I was a C5 Loadmaster, but like
That still sounds badass.
I don't know, like
C5
some people,
Loadmaster.
They're like Loadmaster, huh? But really, so I would be like, I'm an aerospace cargo technician.
Oh, that does
that
sound
does
great.
sound
Yeah.
badass.
Do you have a follow-up question? No? Okay.
Just in the lower register voice with like all of those syllables just really makes it impact a lot more.
Yes.
I think that was a good gift from we both have deep voices, but different
Yeah, thank you, hormones, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
came on ice.
Yeah, so recently I engaged I engaged my first ever Irish goodbye. And do you know what Irish goodbyes are, Ian?
Yes.
Yeah,
Big
fan
not a clue.
of
Do you know
Irish
that?
goodbyes.
Yeah, you're a big fan?
Yes.
Do you want to explain what it is real quick? And I'll tell you the story.
So an Irish goodbye is when you leave a gathering, a party, a meeting with unannounced, just unprovoked, just
You don't say goodbye to
no,
anybody.
nobody.
No daps. You just dip.
nothing.
You just leave.
You leave. You walk up. You leave. Maybe you use the bathroom and then you leave.
Yeah, and it's
maybe
not necessarily with malice.
Maybe you
just
take a phone call and you leave. Maybe you
just
unnoticed.
Yeah.
You leave on no
Can
call,
this be
no show.
only a gathering, or like you can do this to anybody? It's like universal.
Oh, like if you're just like with one person.
Yeah, and he was like talking to you, and he was just like, yeah, so you know, just took my dog for a walk the other day, and you just turn around, walk out like mid sentence.
Well, no, I think it has to be. There has to be an appropriate amount of people for it to be considered an Irish goodbye.
It would be.
So that's an Irish goodbye versus an asshole.
Well, that's my theory. This is my theory on why it's called an Irish goodbye. Is because I come from a big Irish Catholic family, and like, so when we are at family parties, you know, my dad was one of nine kids, so I had like 30 cousins. By the time you say bye to everybody, you want to leave the party at 9? Like, you better start saying bye to motherfuckers at 7:00 because by the time you round through, that's it. You're there too late.
You're there for
but
an hour,
if
and then
you
you
just
end
say
up having
fuck this and you just walk out, you'd pull the Irish goodbye.
Who thought of that name?
I don't know.
Because that name's great.
I have no idea. But I've always been a fan of it. My first Irish goodbyes were probably in high school, different parties or something. I used to like getting drunk and just like I'll walk home or I'll
unannounced.
Leave. Yep. I'd have my friends
Those are
like
the best
texting me the next day, like, "Oh, where'd you go last night?" I'd be like, "I just walked home."
Yeah,
I just left.
My whole thing was like I was at a party and like I was like kind of having a good time, but then I was like, I think I'm just like pretending to have a good time,
right?
And I was just like, now I need to respect my own time and just like leave, and I just was like, nah, I'm out.
You know what's great about that too? What's great about that is, I think what would be more enjoyable than an Irish goodbye doing it would be watching somebody fully commit an Irish goodbye.
Like, oh my god!
Wow,
this guy's
a
about
bystander
to leave forever.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't know if I've ever witnessed somebody else because, like, you never assume they're leaving for good. You're like, oh wow, he's probably just going to his car or something.
Yeah. Like watching the mental the mental thoughts they're going through when they're deciding to just leave without saying anything is probably pure gold.
And maybe it's also an Irish goodbye because like it happens. For me, at least, it happens a lot when I'm drinking.
Yeah,
half of my Irish goodbyes are when I'm intoxicated. So
yeah, no, it honestly, I have never done it before, and I actually did it, and it felt really good because it was just like, I don't know, like it wasn't from a place from disrespect. Like I didn't mean anybody, No,
I was actually reading. There was, I forget what publication it was, but it was a whole article on Irish goodbyes and how we shouldn't consider it rude. So
sometimes you might have the anxiety to not say anything to anybody and just leave. I mean, even last night I was at a party. I wanted to go.
That's true. Like people probably do have anxiety about even just like saying goodbye and leaving. Yeah, that's it.
Sure.
Yeah. So I mean, it's acceptable. You would never like test somebody about it.
Yeah.
Like, but
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I think it's not that bad at all. It's a great, personal moment, in my opinion.
Word.
Yeah, I don't really think there's anything wrong with it.
But I'm so happy I learned what that is today. And that, by the way, beautiful explanation.
Yeah, I mean,
you set up for that.
I'm passionate about it. This is something I've been doing for a long time, and like I get a lot of shit from it. Like my wife will give me shit for it. Like we'll be at parties and I'll be like, "Oh, let's just get out of here." She's like, "No, like we gotta say bye to people." I'm like, "Nah, like let's just go." And she'll fight me to the death because she's not Irish at all. She wants to hug and kiss everybody goodbye.
Right, it's the Portuguese side of things. Yeah,
exactly.
Very, very affectionate.
Yeah, and to her, it's like the rudest thing you could possibly do. To me, it's like I'm gonna see these people again, like probably very soon. Like there's this I don't know. And now if it's I don't know, I'm not gonna really lose sleep on all my past Irish goodbyes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no. But I'm probably gonna do it again at some point, and then it'll just become a regular part of my vocabulary.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I learned that. That's great.
I'm all about it. All in on the Irish goodbyes.
I don't know if I've committed one on accident. Like
you're probably drunk. You probably are intoxicated. That's what I'm saying. You're like That could be a very good
I love that
possibility.
drunk walk though to the car. Everybody, but like, I feel like when you tell everybody that you're like driving home, you know what I mean? When you brought your own car there and you got to walk out and they're all like, no, don't go. They're like grabbing your clothes and shit. And you're like, get off me. No autographs. And you're just walking to your car, like just all the way in. Just like that walk to the car is so epic, personally. But I don't think I've...
Hold up.
Oh, what?
What you just described is fucking crazy. Back up.
What?
Is there a situation where that happened? Like,
You know what I'm talking about.
what do you mean? I don't know what you're talking about. Hold on.
Bill Burr said it too.
Oh, okay. Like, I'm just like, hold on.
No.
Have you left a party just like people tearing at your shirt? No, you can't leave. You're too
I mean,
drunk.
it's a bit of an
like,
overreach.
is it impossible for you
that
to
a hype-
actually commit an Irish goodbye because everybody notices when you leave?
Well, if you're that hammered, people are going to notice. And then if you're the guy who's trying to leave, people are going to be like, that guy can't drive home.
Right.
They're reaching at you, and you got to claw them off like you're on the Beatles.
Right.
That was just funny. It was, you just casually like walk through a scenario that's like, like red flag, like what?
No, yeah.
Maybe you should not get in the car. No, I'm just kidding.
Definitely not a good idea to get in the car.
Yeah.
But that's the best time when you're going to get a holiday pie for McDonald's.
The holiday pie, yeah.
Dude,
I don't
that's
know if
making
I'm
me
gonna
want
get it.
ice cream right now.
Dude, I am in the mood for ice cream.
Dude,
though.
I'm in the
I'll
mood for fucking ice cream.
I'll fuck up one of those like ice cream bar things. You know what I mean?
You just get the ice cream bar? Dude, I at the end of the day, like, I always think about the value at the ice cream level. And, like, when I'm looking through the cooler in a gas station, at Cumbies or whatever, I'm just like, you know what? At the end of the day, my best choice is that Ben & Jerry's.
Absolutely.
It's
Even
like,
I don't care if it's $5
just get
for
the
a fucking
pint, dude. Like,
Did
yeah.
they get rid of fish food?
No, they still got it.
Dude,
Right.
fish food. Yeah, fish. I was on fish food for a real long time. As far
It's
as like,
good. It's not like it's not a go-to for me or anything.
yeah,
like,
it became too syrupy.
Yeah.
If that makes sense, you know,
I
there's
don't
just
know.
so much in there.
Yeah.
But it was good. Like the first time I had it, and was like, whoa, like this is everything.
Yeah, man. I have an emotional connection with that ice cream. Like when I was a child, I used to sneak in the middle of the night and like have my serenity.
Nothing was safe in the fridge.
Nah, forget about it. That was my whole being.
Well, that was funny too because it was like it was like a major competition almost because I was 16 and you were 8, and so it would be like you probably have to wake up and like eat the leftovers before you knew I would wake up and eat the leftovers.
Yeah, and you know what our biggest competition was? The cereal.
Oh,
Cereal, yeah.
bro.
Dude, you used to eat cereal with like bowls the size of like Viking horns. You
like popcorn bowls.
Yeah,
Like,
you would
Yeah.
fill the whole thing and just like down it and then just like use the milk and just drink it right afterwards like a savage. Like, and because of that, I learned a lot of habits from you. That's still my favorite food to eat, especially stoned.
There's nothing better than eating fucking cereal at like 8 o'clock at night after you fucking roasted a fatty. Maybe like a little after dinner snack. Just
So
something
good.
Like, I'm 100% with you.
Dude,
guys.
and
Cereal is like one
it's
of
weird.
my favorite foods.
At this age, it almost feels like too. It's like, you know, if I'm
This-
gonna eat some cereal, it's not like, oh, I'm gonna eat a bowl of cereal. Like I'm probably gonna eat this box of cereal.
Well,
I've
at this
done
age,
that.
at this age too, you can eat whatever cereal that you want to buy at the store. Like when you're a kid growing up, like I don't know about you guys, my mom got whatever cereal was on fucking sale.
Yeah.
So like,
Always.
Yep.
so like I ate that, but now I can like all the ones my mom was like, nah, I'm not getting that. No, I'm not getting that. Like I can get that.
Fuck yeah.
I will
So
tell
I
you
try
this.
them. Me and my wife will fucking. Well, we usually we'll get like a healthy cereal, healthier
Special
cereal,
K.
but then we'll get like one that's like fucking ridiculous to like try or like something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's nice. I like
Dude,
that.
one cereal I would totally recommend, and this is like a contested cereal in my family. Like when it was in our pantry,
hot.
I know
like
what you're gonna say.
It went
yeah,
hot.
it
I know
was,
you're gonna say.
yo, like you had to eat it right away. Like it was gone,
I know you're gonna say.
It was a one-day wonder.
bro. Yeah,
Is
it-
it-
is it-
even yeah,
Is it
and
3
even to
words?
this day, yeah,
Okay.
raisin
Bran.
Yeah.
nut bran.
Fire.
Oh, I think Raisin
Fire.
Bran Crunch.
No,
is
no,
the
no.
fire.
Raisin nut bran.
Ra-
So
oh
this
my
has
God. I just
almonds,
had it
and
last night.
the raisins are like sugar covered, and it's just like It blends.
It's
so
the milk gets
well.
all sugary.
And the flakes are so good in there. Oh, dude.
Dude, it is. It's spiritual.
And you don't
It's
feel guilty.
spiritual.
Dude,
I
you
like
don't
that.
feel guilty at all eating it because
It's
it's
got
like
raisins.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
got almonds.
and the almonds, and it just balances out.
It's got
really-
so much sugar in it, though. It's like,
really good moment, though.
Well,
man.
that's what I used to think too. I used to be like, oh, like Raisin Bran Crunch, like this isn't like that bad for you. Like read the box, it's like 18
26.
grams a serving or like something like that. You're
without
like,
the
oh, shit.
milk.
Right, right.
That's just by itself, which
Wow.
if you eat cereal dry, you're a psycho.
Psychopath.
Absolute psycho. But I'll tell you one cereal that I'll never eat again while
Hold
being
up,
high.
Golden Grams dry is okay. I feel
No,
like
okay, I'll eat like
been a while.
I'll eat
There's
like one
been
or
those.
two like dry, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
But like to sit there and like eat a bowl with a spoon
Yeah,
of
no,
dry
like-
cereal is you're a
You're
psychopath.
still a psycho, yeah. Out of the box is totally more acceptable.
Yeah, I think you like hit a handful out of the box,
yeah,
like
yeah.
dry.
You put
like
it in
I'm
actually
not
like a
gonna,
solo cup and just kind of
Yeah,
But,
that's like a little kid's snack at that point.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you cannot, by any means, eat Captain Crunch while stoned.
Oh, dude, it cuts the
I can't feel the roof of my mouth.
and it's weird too.
It's
like
over.
I feel like
What
Captain
about the
Crunch,
the peanut butter Captain Crunch because it's fire.
peanut butter Captain Crunch is okay. I prefer
Yo,
Reese's Puffs.
I don't know,
Honestly, if
and
I'm
I
gonna
don't-
go for a peanut butter puff based cereal, it's gonna be Reese's.
I don't know
Puffs.
who that comedian is, but he has a whole bit about the different kinds of Captain Crunch, and
Oh,
it is
really?
one of the funniest stand-up bits like
Do you
I
know
have
who it is?
ever
Or
seen.
no?
He's a bigger guy, and
Is it Gabriel Iglesias?
no,
That
I
fluffy
think
guy?
He might be
Love
Canadian.
him, though.
Fluffy.
Nah, he's
Is it Tom Segura?
no, not Tom. Let me look. Where's my phone? I'm gonna look. it
Yo,
up real
honestly,
quick.
I
That's
feel like
funny.
Captain Crunch, like out of all the cereals, gives you the worst breath. Like once you're done eating it, it's just like all you can taste is the Captain Crunch and the milk. But it's like, it's like
You're
enjoyable
so right.
enough, like to have eaten. But then it's
Reese's
like, damn.
Puffs is bad, too.
Yeah, Reese's Puffs. Yeah,
It's pretty bad. I wouldn't recommend it. I would say, yeah. But cereal was such a great...
Trevor Wilson.
Trevor Wilson. Okay,
Yeah.
check out Trevor Wilson and his Captain Crunch comparison.
It's funny because like he talks about how like in Canada they only have like the one kind, they only sell the one Captain Crunch,
the original,
the OG, and
That's where it should have ended.
oh you got to watch the stand up after the other bit. It's funny, but he goes on, he like talks about how Americans are spoiled and like how like they have like crunch berries, and then not only do they have crunch berries, they have one that's called Oops Only Crunch Berries.
Only
And he's like,
berries.
he's like, here you guys are in America hogging all the crunch berries, and he's like, it's like the way his voice, like
That's
it's
funny.
a funny
That's
bit. You guys listen, watch that. I don't, Trevor Wilson.
Yeah, for
It's
good
a
laugh.
funny, it's a good laugh. It really is.
That's
Sorry-
awesome.
Sorry, I fucking
No, fuck Oops.
hijacked that, but it's good content. He's
That's
good.
Yeah, I like that. I like that we all have our inner fat kid that still like it still exists, still lives in us, kind
Yeah.
of. It never leaves.
No.
Like
Let me tell you, it's present.
yeah.
That will never, ever go away.
Now, Billy, do you mind if we touch on a little
Yeah.
bit of your transformation?
I had a feeling that was...
Yeah. So, Billy, you used to be what I would describe as husky, I guess, right?
That was mom's way of putting it.
of putting it.
That's
It's a
how
nice-
moms always put it.
Yeah, it's a nice way of putting it.
That's
I
how my
mean,
mom
yeah.
put it too.
Oh, you're just husky, honey.
Yeah.
You'll grow out of
Yeah,
it,
and then I
or
was
you'll.
called-
You'll hit puberty. You'll
And you're
Doesn't
fine.
block out the fat, tubby, whatever nicknames that horrible middle schoolers at the time could think of, which they're great imaginations too, so they'll go crazy.
There's nothing more savage than like a 12 or 13-year-old kid. Like there
What's
really
worse
isn't.
is they
Really,
mean it.
yeah.
They mean it.
Well, no, and here's the thing is like I'll
They
still
don't know what they mean, but they do mean it. You
Yeah.
know.
like there's just savages. They haven't like they have some of those kids like they haven't like experienced the world enough to know like how it feels to be on the other side of things like that. So like they don't. I
They're
don't know.
brutal.
They are.
But yeah, I mean, as far as you getting like kind of made fun of and kind of facing that ridicule, I know that like you kind of had a lot of like challenges you had to go through, and ultimately you did transform. I mean, you eat regimentedly, you work out like a soldier basically, and you've built yourself into something very like that will last, and like you will have a healthy body and you will have a healthy like life,
Yeah, definitely.
Because now it is a part of your lifestyle and the way that you live, and I think that it's kind of amazing, like how you've made that transformation, like as your older brother, and seeing you, the reasons why you did it, and actually the reasons why it's a part of your life now. I feel like they may have changed a little bit, like at first, I know you did get made fun of a lot, and I mean I learned that later, I didn't really know that, and but yeah, speaking of Dave, right, you were talking how you binged Dave like while you're at work.
Exactly, yeah.
At the end of the first season, right, when there's a scene where basically like he's talking to a version of his old self before he goes out to a show.
I cried.
And his old self is like this goofy like kid who like just did things for a laugh, and like like didn't care whether
it was
people
laughing at him or with him.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Like the kid's like trying to give him words of encouragement before the show, and then Dave like puts his head into the food platter and fucking kills him. Like just kills him,
murders him.
Yeah, straight up. And he goes out and he like rocks the show.
Yeah.
But it's like it makes me think of actually
yeah.
It's
just symbolic.
How you did not let like that person stay who you were. Like as you changed,
100%, yeah.
The inside like mindset changed, and I just want you to just talk a little bit about that, if you would.
Yeah, that was a crazy time. That was like it's so weird you say that. That person, it's like a whole different person. Like I don't even remember my mindset during that time period, because like I was always sad, and I lived like in my own, like I felt like I was always on my own, did everything like by myself. I felt like even when I was around people, I was alone. Like I went to stores, like I was too shy to talk to anybody or ask if they had a video game in stock, because of just how like ashamed I was at the time. And I even remember like mom would play the nice route and say, "Oh, you're husky," like it's just a normal thing, which it was. She was not lying.
Yeah.
I wish she was more honest and just said, "You're fat right now, like it's going to change." But my dad, I don't know if you know this. This was one of the biggest points in my life. Dad, we talk about it, we laugh to this day. He made me take my shirt off because I was always wearing my shirt in the pool. I was that kid. And at the time, we were with my stepbrother, who was really skinny. So he made me take my shirt off, look myself in the mirror until I cried, telling myself that I love myself. And that was like a huge moment where it was like I felt horrible. And I think after that is when I decided to not eat. And I was dumb. I looked at the back of like nutrition things, and I would see total fat, thinking that that's what made you fat.
Right.
So I'd eat things with zero fat, which was gummy bears and shit.
Yeah,
it has zero fat, but like 50 grams of sugar
and zero
Dumbass.
of anything good for you.
So
like,
stupid.
Yeah.
But like that's all I ate, and I barely ate. I lost a ton of weight. But being I always say this, being young and like chubby and definitely a loser. Like my friends will be honest and tell me that they thought I was a loser back in the day. So being that at a young age and like having to, they were just honest because that's what it was.
But you need that too. You need brutally honest people too. You don't want yes men around you because you'll never fucking grow.
Yeah.
But being that guy at a young age where I would basically was forced into developing a personality. Yeah. Because that's the only thing. Like I wanted to make my best friend laugh at the time. One of my few friends laugh. I developed like kind of like funny. I was funny. In my opinion, I was funny. I'd make videos and stuff, YouTube videos that. Yeah, you maintained your goofiness, like and creativity and imagination was very prevalent in my life. Yeah, you didn't let that part of you die. Like you wanted to be a funny kid. Like I would fart on command. Like I learned how to do it because it gave me some kind of attention. That's impressive. And I used to fall over inanimate objects on purpose so people would notice me. That's swear that on my life. So just like a jester, basically. Yeah, I did anything for that. I made my sneeze weird too. Yeah. So like all of that stuff, and then all of a sudden, it changed. And I tell mom this all the time. Something happened, and I don't know what it was. Like I like went to school freshman year, same kid, same chubby, fat Billy, the persona. Mm-hmm. Then, like, sophomore year, I lost all the weight, got skinny and stuff. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, I got attention more. You know what I mean? So it was, like, odd. And then, like, but I still felt the same as I was before.
Yeah.
Like, and then I got all this attention, but it was just like I'm inside. I'm still that kid who's making YouTube videos.
Right.
I don't have, and these other people, they've been skinny and they've been getting attention their whole lives. Like, so they're like acting different than I am, and like being like the way that I was, and then all of a sudden like changing. Like, it was definitely a positive. Because now I don't have a problem going to anyone in GameStop and I'll ask them whatever how their day is.
Yeah. Well, I feel like
I don't know what happened. I don't know what switched.
Well, I feel like too, like you also maintain this empathy for people.
Yes.
Like, because it's
in a way,
it's unfortunate that like the way like a lot of things work is based off like appearance or based off perception.
Yeah.
That people have like in a very shallow sense. And like you just kind of did something like you transformed for yourself, but like other people started to notice you and stuff like that. And like it's kind of
it was hard.
It's
it was
kind of
very hard,
but it's kind of interesting. I think that like you still maintain a humbleness and an empathy for other people that like people who have always been fortunate to have like I guess good genetics or whatever, like just be in a good situation and like look the way they do, like probably never had to deal with, so it's like
that's exactly what I was trying to say is the fact that I changed, and after I changed, people automatically assumed a whole nother persona by me.
Right. Wow.
And this guy's a douche.
This guy, really?
Yeah. All of a sudden, that's what happens. This guy's a jerk. This guy's a player. This and that. But like years before that, nobody said anything about me at all. No one even looked in my direction. But like, it's crazy how much that can play a difference. And this is why my friends always say, and I always say, like, I look in the mirror, like, you know what I mean? Other people may see what they see, but I'm still staring at that fat kid because that's who I am internally, and I'll always be that kid. And that's why I do have that sympathy. That's why I'm still the nice guy. That's why everyone catches them by surprise how goofy I am and how weird I am. And I think that's like a great quality that like people should always hold on to.
Yeah.
No matter what.
That's like part of the gift you could say you were left with from having to deal with that adversity of like having the weight issue or the self-esteem issue, because it's like you said, you built that personality around it, and it's like no matter what happens, like that'll always be like you can always carry that with you, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Where like other people that like don't have to go through that adversity are the kid who was just born chiseled and like never had to deal with the adversity, like he never had to develop the personality because he could get by because of how he looked.
Well, like
from the start,
it could be too. Like even if you want to add money to the equation,
I was
like
just thinking
the kid who had all the nice clothes and could have like like
wore
a nice chain that he got from his grandparents.
Sure.
And when in high school, like they get a nice car from that. You know what I mean? And it's like
that's 100% life. You're defined by the downfalls.
Right. And I'm not, and you know what, like I've known some of those people, maybe had some good times with people that are like that, and like, I don't hate them, like I don't hate on that necessarily, but I do think that like people who go through some more adversity, like will develop a more empathetic and a more, I guess,
no, you're right. Empathetic.
Yeah, more empathetic personality.
Because you understand what
and
it's
are more
like.
likely to help other people.
Started from the bottom, now we're here. Drake said it the best.
Yeah, true that.
But I could see the other side too, where people maybe like go through a lot of adversity, and then they get to a certain point, and they're like, "I'm never fucking going back to the point before."
Yeah,
and I'm leaving all of that shit behind, and like are become very guarded and very like trying to
sure.
They value the security over it. So I can see both sides, I think.
No, I can. And that's why I was like kind of saying like I think like in your brother's situation that like that was like kind of like at least a positive you could take from it is like you had that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The one is if you can.
Yeah, you didn't lose it. You didn't let your heart get hardened, Right. I think that's definitely an important lesson. Like like going through adversity and not letting your heart get hardened because
It's
you'll
hard.
lose yourself.
Yeah,
You-
absolutely.
Everything in the world is trying to harden your heart, like I was surrounded by, because when you change so drastically and all of a sudden like you're this way, like, you know, and you put a lot of work and effort into the way that you want to change, more stuff is going to be readily available for you to just fuck up or make some kind of mistake.
Yo, will you go through your diet real quick? Tell me.
I've had every diet under the sun.
Hold on. Tell me right now on
I eat
a
every
daily
day?
basis your routine of
The exact
between
meals?
when you eat it and the gym time in between.
Okay. So it's hard because I generally work third shift. So I'll wake up around like 5 p.m., 4, around there. Don't eat breakfast.
Okay.
I drink pre-workout immediately, so caffeine.
Damn, right when he wakes up.
I mean, maybe now I'll start drinking Fogbuster's Great Barrier Reef.
Oh,
Or Mayan Reef.
the Great Mayan Reef.
Yes.
I like that plug though. That was
Yeah,
not
dude,
you.
like-
that was flowing.
I-
You tried to flow that plug. I can't knock that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I try my best. In the family, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I wake up, immediate caffeine, and because I'm generally a lazy person, still fat inside.
Right.
So lazy person, and I'll just have caffeine right off the bat, and then it makes me motivated. All right, I want to go to the gym right now. So I go. Usually it's packed around 5, but it's okay because, like, you know, my gym I go to is really nice. So go there, probably work out for about an hour. You know, chest, shoulders, legs minimally, but I'm trying.
Yeah, you're a chicken legs, dude.
Yeah, that's not my fault because Dad has chicken legs.
Genetics.
Yeah, plays a part. But yeah, so work out for an hour, come back home, and then I eat 1 cup of oats measured with a scoop of protein powder in it. If you have not tried that, try it. It's really good. And then I put 1 tablespoon of peanut butter. That's my first meal. I eat every 3 hours on the dot. The next 3 hours will be another cup of oats, which is a superfood. Look it up on YouTube if you haven't. So many great benefits of oats.
Just okay.
They're amazing. My favorite, one of like top 5 things on the planet.
Yeah, they keep you regular.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm sure they do. No, I'm a big fan of oats.
Yeah, omega-6, I'm pretty sure, fatty acids.
Yeah, it's
You know, good source of
carbs.
Yeah, slower digesting
Yeah.
carbs, complex
Yeah.
carbs. Yeah. So
No, I'm down with it.
like you support the oats.
Yeah, I know. I'm
Support
pro
the
oats.
oats.
Yeah.
Support the. I'm getting that T-shirt. So
Talking about cereals earlier, honey bunches of oats.
Oh,
yo.
dude, yeah,
yo.
dude, that was
HBC.
They were on
HBOs.
sale a
Yeah,
lot.
no,
Honey Bunch of Oats. We had that a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, they're fire.
Yeah, they are
Oh,
fun.
it's funny you said the on sale stuff.
Yeah.
It's like that's everybody. Like that generation was great. But yeah, so then it's a cup of oats, 2 eggs, and a cup of mixed berries within the oats.
Just hard boiled eggs.
I usually scramble them. I put them in a can. I don't
Okay.
know, or not a can, a pan. I don't know if this is how you're supposed to do it. Non-stick spray in the pan, crack the eggs, put them on the pan, let them sit. Then I take a plastic fork and I stir them up until they're like a bunch.
Just- yeah.
Okay.
That's,
Word.
yeah.
No, I was
So
curious.
poor man's scrambled eggs. And then after that is my protein bar that I brought with me. And then it'll be that's like a snack. And another one will be a little cup of this Greek yogurt. And I put peanut butter in it.
Okay.
And then I have another protein shake later on. And I think after that, it's chicken and broccoli to end the night. Every night. This is
Chicken, broccoli.
Yeah.
And this is the
And
same thing you
I
do
meal prep. Yeah.
every single day.
Depending. So, like, if I'm trying to gain weight, I'm obviously going to add, like, more calories. And then I'll just keep eating that every day. And if I'm trying to get, like, shredded for the summer, like, if I want to get unheard of lean, which I've had a body fat measured of 4.6%, which
Yeah,
if
that's,
anybody knows
that's
what
really
that is,
that's real low.
that's, like, scary low.
Yeah.
So, like, I know how to get lean. I don't know how to build that much.
I think like the lowest I've like ever heard was like 3% or something
Yeah.
like that. It was like the
Word.
lowest I've ever heard of somebody. So like I know 4 is probably like super low. I think probably the lowest at point in my life, I was probably like 13,
That's still great. That's like
maybe
better than 80%.
or 14. I was in high school probably.
Yeah, when you were wrestling.
Yeah, when I was wrestling, but like
wrestling.
that's yeah.
Yeah, so that's if I'm eating less, then I'll lower the calories.
That's crazy though, man. That's like I love and respect that discipline to do that every day.
That's it's dieting can be really hard. So yeah, what Josh said, the discipline takes is
Thank you. Yeah,
it's not easy.
Honestly, it's
at least for me. I'm sure for you, if you've been doing it long enough, for you it's probably second nature.
Oh yeah,
now. It's like this is your life probably.
I know where and when I can.
So
get a
here's
snack.
the question. I was gonna say, how often do you like cheat to say like, is that like what you just described as like your daily thing? Is that like your Monday through Friday, or is that like
every 7
that
days?
Is all 7 days.
Yeah,
365?
usually. And
maybe on like Christmas or like Thanksgiving, you'll have like you.
Do you eat cake?
I don't
cake
like
on
cake.
your birthday.
You don't like?
I don't like cake. I think.
Are you
cake's
more of a
overrated.
pie guy? You're
Nah, brownies.
brown. Ooh,
Brownies.
that's
Warm.
interesting. I like bringing brownies into the mix in the cake versus pie debate. I think brownies should
I'm
maybe get brownies.
Brownies deserve
their damn
own category.
Yeah, because there's a lot you could do with brownies. You put them with ice cream. I mean, that's an awesome combo.
You know what else would go in that category? Bark.
Oh, dude. My mom makes this.
I
this
should have
shit
brought
called
some.
bark.
I should have.
So
he would have been.
it's like
oh
okay,
my
so it's
God.
like a layer of saltines and then like sugar, caramelized sugar
Yeah.
that she spreads over the top, and then melted chocolate that she puts on top of that. Sometimes mixes in with almonds,
I was
and
saying nuts probably,
and then like puts it out on the porch like in a cold like environment and cools it, and then like just chops it up, and it looks like tree bark, and it's like. Dude,
it's so fire.
That does sound really good.
Oh my God.
I'll get you some because she's about to make a bunch.
Yeah,
Fire.
for sure. I'll definitely bring some too.
Yeah, that's
Shout out moms.
Yeah, dude, mom.
Shout it
mom
out.
is fire for that. Because she's also responsible for me probably being obese with all the bark she made. I would just grab that by the 20s. So good. But cheating, so I was actually really, 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 really good about my diet for years. Josh knows that. She's seen it.
Yeah.
But more recently, after I working this third shift job, it's been a lot harder to be strict in terms of if I want to eat less, because you sit down for hours and you're awake at these like long hours, so you just want to like eat to stay awake. So at that point, like I've definitely cheated. Besides, every time I come home, I know I said I wasn't good at weed, but ironically, I own a dab pen.
Just take a puff of
and
the dab
it's
stick.
like percentages of I don't know shit about weed, but I just take like a small 3 to 5 second hit because literally that's all I need. This thing will last me like a year, and I'm good. 3 to 5 second hit, I'm stoned off my ass. First thing I want to do is eat a giant bowl of cereal.
There you go.
And that is causing me to actually gain weight in a good way, ironically.
Yeah, I mean it's all about
because if you're consistent at the gym,
yeah.
you're definitely going to gain some muscle, and then you can just diet down later.
Well, that was the nice part when I was like really active is like I didn't really have to like worry about dieting that much. Like obviously I did when I was wrestling because like I had to meet a weight class, but like when I was just like working out for like myself, like I could still relatively like eat whatever I wanted and not like blow up as long as I was like still working at it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I wasn't like
It was like
ripped
counteracting.
I wasn't like ripped or anything, but like I would stay in shape. You know what I'm saying? I would stay healthy enough
that
to like
good level of
Yeah.
you do your workout and then you fucking
But-
eat a giant bag of chips
Yeah.
so it levels out.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. But now I'm at the point where like I'm fucking right at this point I'm in like the worst shape I've been in a while.
Yeah.
It's
like,
overrated.
But
I'm not gonna lie, dude. Like
Yeah.
when we're done doing this, like I'm gonna take a ride to the gas station real quick and get some Ben and Jerry's. I'm just-
Dude, I love what we were talking about working out and you still brought it to
just
Ben
so
and
hard.
Jerry's.
well, I'm just saying, like I can't buy cereal at the gas station because it's way overpriced.
It's like
but I will
$9 a
buy
box.
some Ben and Jerry's, dude.
Yeah, you know what? That's great because being in shape, people need to realize is 100% a self thing.
Oh, absolutely.
It is not for anybody else. And if you think like I'm doing this to like you to get girls or I'm doing this for like attention, like you're not going to be satisfied in the end, man.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you, I've had a girl literally tell me to my face that she didn't want to do anything with me because she felt insecure because I worked out. And now she's dating somebody else, some clam, I don't know. but like,
Well, that's the thing. I think like it's crazy, like as being a female in our society these days. Like they're like super, like I think like more self-conscious than like men are generally, and for like no reason either. Like there's some like really like attractive, like people that are just
100%.
like that are fine how they are, but like they still like resort to like plastic surgery.
I know.
Like,
I know why.
do you know what I mean? Like it's
Social media.
Well,
you think so? Yeah. I mean,
I think so. I think that has a lot to do with it.
I don't know really
it's like
where
getting shoved down their faces and shit.
All
like,
these fake influencers
yeah.
are the standard of beauty. That's
Listen,
not fair.
I got nothing wrong with like people like if like they want to like work out and like diet and like that's the thing is like I think to a point like I've never like one unless like somebody's been like a crazy accident or something like for like cosmetic surgeries or like I don't know. But maybe I'm lucky because I've always kind of felt comfortable with honestly, like myself. But
I feel like
here's why I say that though, because like anybody that is like celebrities included or people that have like said like that they want plastic surgery, they're like so I'd always like disagree. They're like I think like I'm like they were fine how they were
right.
Like you know what I mean like.
Right.
It's a
that's like
internal
I don't know,
thing
maybe because like and I'm like maybe I'm just like kind of like
accept
people how they
do
like,
it they do it in a fear of
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Celebrities I think do it in a fear of losing their status or position, which to them I feel like is devastating.
Well, I think that's part of it too. You're right. Is like they're trying to like beat the clock. Like they're not trying to age.
Michael
and,
Jackson didn't get all that surgery for himself. He got it for you. He got it for
just
us.
the nose.
You know what I mean? He just
the
everything
nose.
like like these certain actors that do it's like and I don't know. I feel like it's just that type.
You know what it is, and I'm with you with the whole thing. I think people are fine how they are, but think about the problems that the first world problems celebrities face versus us. We're like, oh man, I don't even think I have enough money to buy deodorant this month.
Yeah.
Versus them who literally never have to worry about the little things that can distract us from thinking about they have all day long to think about how they look.
Right.
All day long because they don't have to worry about anything. So they have
that's their biggest problem.
Exactly. If I had that
everything
time,
else is taken care of.
Yeah, remember like
the only thing that
crazy.
God didn't take care of them with their genetics. That's how they feel probably at least. But like that's like you're right though. Like when they have all their basic needs are just met automatically, it's like what else do I have to worry about other than like
how I look, how the paparazzi is going to take pictures of me today.
That's wild. It's like maybe they don't know that everything will actually be okay. Like because we were talking about like maybe the lack of them facing the adversity of being ridiculed. Like you know what I mean? Like maybe just like kind of like having that like easy breezy way because you look the way you do. Like you know what I mean? Guys and girls like in Hollywood. It's like. And I mean, obviously, you work hard at acting or something like that, but then it gets to a point where it's like, dude, like everything's gonna be fine if you fucking became ugly tomorrow. Like,
you could fill a new role in a movie.
Yeah,
completely new role.
Like life goes on. Like
maybe they just need to, a couple of Irish goodbyes in their system, just to lighten up.
That's how we should end the podcast.
That's hilarious.
Stop talking.
Just stop talking.
That's so funny.
That would be fucking hilarious.
I wish.
I'm down for it.
Well, I don't know. Let's do a sign off just in case.
I would also be down for it.
Yeah.
That would be funny. I can leave.
Hey, Billy. Thanks for.
Yeah, man. This is a good one.
Thanks for coming on the podcast. And
yeah, of course.
I really appreciate you sharing what you shared, and it was a good convo. I like.
Yeah.
Thank you for
having me.
having
the
me.
munchies, like, dude. Tell you that.
What are we
much.
at right now? How long are we?
We're at 1 hour and 4 minutes.
All right.
So I feel like
that flew by.
That definitely flew by. I feel really good right now with the weed mixed with the coffee. I feel amazing.
Yeah.
So thank you for having me.
Yeah,
sure.
man.
Drive
hey,
home's gonna
thanks. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. Yeah, it's a good little mix. It's good.
Very good mix.
It is a good mix. Good coffee. Shout out Fogbuster.
Shout out Fogbuster.
Shout out Mass Alternative Care.
Hell yeah.
Shout out Oregon Bros.
Shanty Man.
Shout out
Oregon
Shanty
Bros.
Man.
Corey Horgan and Davis. All them. I love them.
Yeah, doing their thing. Shout out.
I'll be visiting them soon.
Cool. All right, guys. Hey, thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you next time on Coffee, Cannabis, and Consciousness.
Ciao.
Take care.
Cool.